Welcome to the Soulard Technology Vanderbilt SMS training session. Today we'll be looking at system security. From the main launcher menu, you'll open the System Security application. System security is used to add, remove, and edit SMS users. You can also create system security groups to limit user access to certain areas of SMS. By default, you will see two user accounts, the System Administrator USR account and then the external system account. Both of these should be left in here and shouldn't be deleted from the system. You can see I already have a user account created here, but we will create a new one by clicking the paper icon in the top left. Go ahead and enter last name, first name, user ID, which is typically initials, a password. Select the security group, which right now I only have System Administrator in here. Password never expires will allow this password to stay active indefinitely. You can change the date range for how frequently someone would have to reset their password in system settings. Change password will prompt this user to change their password on their next login attempt. If I was creating a new user, I would make this password something simple, send it to them, have them try logging in, and once they log in, have them change that to something more secure. Account disabled will disable this user from logging into the system without actually deleting them as a user in the system. Then you can re-enable them later on to give them back access. Once you have this set up how you would like, you can hit save and close. So now we have our newly created user here. If you wanted to delete a user, you can just simply highlight them, hit the X in the top left, and delete that user. To edit a user, you can double click on their name. It'll open up this box, and then you can edit whatever information you need. If they forget their login, you can change their password to something simple, hit that change password, and have them log in with that simple login, and they'll be prompted to change that to something more secure. Security groups are used to limit access to certain areas of the system. By default, the system administrator has access to everything here. Typical situations where a security group might be created is if someone only does card holders and badging. You could create a card holder and badging security group and only give them access to the necessary parts of SMS for that operation. So cardholder definitions, maybe badge layout, so they can enter in those cards, print the badges, but they can't see hardware map, system manager, anything else in the system. Launcher will show you all the icons that are on the main launcher menu, the executable, notes about that program if you were trying to find something specific. Startup, you can hit the paper icon here, and you can add these 6 icons or these 6 programs to launch as soon as you open up the software, even before you log in. Once that login screen pops up, these will pop up in the background. The SIM and universal triggers are typically running as a service already, but report launcher service application, if you're using that, or alarm graphics, you may want those to start up as soon as you open up the software before someone logs in. Privileges is where you will narrow down what the security group has access to. By default, the system administrator is going to have the blue administrative permission to all groups, but you could limit them within categories. You can see again, blue administrative, but if you created a new security group, you could limit them so they could only see admin level or only see IT staff permissions. And you would do that for each of these categories. Card holders, launcher, which icons they can see, system manager, which areas of this they can see, what items they can see. I will say that this does take a little bit of messing around with, adding, removing things to get the security group to work just right. Once you're done and within system security, you can hit the door icon to exit or the X, and it will return you back or exit out of that program, and you'll go back to the system launcher. So that concludes system security. Please join us for our next training.